My name is Rachel Zabonick, editor of Club Solutions Magazine, and I wanted to just take a quick second to welcome you to today's webinar on fighting off disruption. Today's presenter is Carolyn Fetters, who's the co-founder of Balanced Habits. She'll be talking to us about this. Carolyn, are you ready to take it away?
Ready to go.
Okay, great. And if you guys have any questions at the end, feel free to submit them during, and we'll do a quick Q&A if we have time. All right, thanks, Carolyn.
Great, Rachel, thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really hope that this presentation answers some questions for you, brings some things to your mind that maybe you haven't thought about, and just really gives you some new ways of thinking. That's the whole goal of this. So the title of this is Industry Disruption. And if you're like me and you're not really clear what disruption meant, I didn't either, honestly, and I wasn't sure how it was being positioned as far as how Balanced Habits played a role in that. So the best example that was given to me that I'll give to you is a great industry disruptor would be Uber or Lyft. They came into the taxi industry and completely disrupted it with their company. And that's really the intention of Balanced Habits, to be honest. We're really focused on going into the diet industry and bringing that customer into the fitness industry where I truly believe that customer belongs. They're already coming to us and they're asking for a solution to their problem. So who better to serve them than the fitness industry? So I really want to make sure that you are prepared for disruption because it's about to happen. Here, make it easy. Sorry, my presentation doesn't want to move forward.
He's on tour.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can hear you, Carolyn.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, if you didn't hear all that, I'm Carolyn Fetters, CEO and creator of Balanced Habits. And like you, I'm also a fitness business owner with my husband, Paul. We've been in the fitness industry for over 30 years. So I really understand how to work with customers in the fitness industry. In this webinar, we'll talk about uncovering what keeps you awake at night, outside industries that are ripe for disruption, trends that should matter to you, why additional profit centers are an absolute must, offering a system of nutrition to support your growth, and steps that you need to take action. We actually have a little checklist that we have for you after this webinar that will really support you in that. So as a business owner or someone who works in the fitness industry or really any business, what keeps you awake at night? Well, perhaps that's lacking the 100% solution for your clients. And that's really something that I want to focus on because, gosh darn, every time I move this, Rachel, it takes away my whole presentation. Sorry, guys, every time I try to get rid of this little cursor, it's taking away my presentation, so I apologize. Keeping up with customer demand is hugely important. Getting on board too late, so maybe missing a trend and getting on board after something's already happened. A day late and a dollar short, we don't want you to be able to say that. So there are 4 industries that are affecting consumers' decisions these days when they want to tackle their health. That would be the healthcare industry, the diet industry, the nutrition industry, and then finally the fitness industry. And these are in a hierarchy order of annual revenue. So that's really kind of unfortunate that the fitness industry is at the bottom of that hierarchy of annual revenue, and we need to change that. The healthcare industry is a $3 trillion a year in annual revenue industry, and that is shocking. That's almost $10,000 per person per year in America. There is talk in the insurance space these days that they're really understanding and recognizing that they need to start offering a more palliative care approach, so a more proactive approach rather than after the person is already sick. They know that this is less expensive, this is the way to go, and this is what they're really focusing on. There is state-by-state talk about insurance companies that are looking to partner with established fitness clubs that offer both fitness services as well as a certified and guided nutrition program. So that's hugely important to you, and that's a great opportunity for you to be able to capitalize on. So we want to make sure that you're prepared for that. I just saw in the New York Times, there is a hospital here in Orange County, California called St. Joseph's Hoag, and they just opened a satellite clinic inside of an LA Fitness. So they're serving consumers regardless of a gym membership. So that means that people are coming into the gym to go to the St. Joseph Hoag Health Center. So that's a great opportunity for this fitness business. So I really want to make sure that you're prepared for this inevitable partnership. Now, the diet industry, $60 billion is significantly less than $3 trillion, but still very impressive. Now they're selling health out of desperation. If you've been watching, social media and seeing what people are doing in the diet industry, they're starting to prescribe fitness. They're starting to get people to look at a whole solution on how they can take care of themselves, whereas prior to that, their success and their measurement was only on pounds being lost on a scale. So out of desperation, they're selling health. Consumers equate the word diet or the diet industry with deprivation, and they're really getting a lot more savvy, and that's not what they're looking for any longer. 77% of, I really just kind of put men and women together in this, are actively trying to eat healthy, and that's all across America as well as into Canada. So that's a great, great telling number that people are really trying. They're looking to eat well, to take care of themselves. They're not looking to diet any longer. Fortunately, consumers are now focusing on health and wellness, otherwise known as the fitness industry. So that's very encouraging for us. And if we can start consuming this customer, then now our numbers will go up and their numbers will go down. And that's ideal, isn't it? Diets are now being referred to as lifestyle programs. So that's something that we need to be aware of, and we need to really be proactive with that. The health industry has been focused and forced to shift just to survive, and that really is frightening if you don't really shift with them in our way. So this is the industry that Balanced Habits is really focused on disrupting. We want to get into that diet industry and take that customer away from them and bring them into the fitness industry by giving them everything that they need at our fitness centers. Now, the nutrition industry is still above the fitness industry, and they're bringing in $37 billion. So that's, again, very impressive numbers. However, consumers believe that nutrition equals supplements. I mean, even think about the stores where you go to buy supplements. They call themselves nutrition stores, Nutrition Depot, GNC, they all have the word nutrition in them. So consumers kind of correlate supplements with nutrition. Do you offer a product line? If you don't, it's really something that you might want to think about. A supplement line can complement an eating program, which would give you two different profit centers that support one another. So supplements are really encouraging to people. It kind of gives them a sense of support. Supplementation is a profitable and valuable add-on, and it offers peace of mind to consumers, but it's definitely not the 100% solution. It's still lacking something. Just the nature of the word supplement, it's supplementing something that they're lacking. So we want to make sure that we're giving them the 100% solution. And finally, we're at the fitness industry, which is a $30 billion annual revenue. Still very impressive numbers, but not quite at that $3 trillion or that $60 billion. So we're really in the position to grow and to change these numbers and to change the hierarchy of where fitness lands in those four industries. Consumers understand these days that informed measurements are necessary to get healthy. They understand that they have to exercise and eat right. They're much smarter than they used to be, and I think that has a lot to do with social media and through education. And Balanced Habits really tries to educate our consumers. Studies show that people want to and are ready to start spending money on taking care of themselves. They're starting to look at it like they're investing in their health, and they never used to do that before. It was kind of like going to the gym or having a personal trainer was a luxury. Now they're starting to understand that they need accountability, and they're willing to pay for that accountability. The fitness industry is definitely now absorbing the diet industry consumers, and that is what we're looking to do. That is how we're going to change the hierarchy of where fitness lies in these four industries. The fitness industry is now being referred to on social media and everywhere that you look as the health and wellness industry. So we have to provide everything that the people are looking for, and that's really what we're very focused on supporting you and doing. I wanted to uncover some trends that really should matter to you. So because I've been in this industry now for over 30 years, I've really learned to look around and to be aware of things. And not that I'm, interested in following trends as much, but it's very important to be aware of them so you know what your consumers are looking for, what they're looking at, and what you're keeping them from leaving you for. So one of the most important things that I'm seeing these days is there's a lot of coaching going on in everywhere that you look, and a lot of that in the fitness industry is lifestyle and skill set counseling. And that's a great thing because we're already ready to do that. We already have the trainers in place. We have the people that care about supporting people in obtaining health and wellness. So offering these as paid services gives you a new profit center, and that's something you might want to really consider having available. Or accountability as a check-in, like a paid service, accountability sessions. So it's not just when they come and see their trainer or they show up at the gym. That's not really accountable to anyone except themselves. So having an accountability opportunity so that people are noticing when you're missing and you're noticing when you're successful, that really provides a lot of accountability, and people are willing to pay for that as a service. Now, another trend that's very prevalent right now is body positivity awareness. So a lot of people used to equate going to the gym as getting thin and, being in shape. But now they're equating going to the gym as just feeling good, feeling healthy, getting stronger, losing weight's almost down at the bottom. They really want to be more confident. They want to feel better. So it's a very strong body positivity awareness happening these days, and you really need to be focusing on that in your marketing because that's what people are really understanding, and they speak to that. Again, another trend, as I've mentioned, and I really can't hit home hard enough, is being prepared to partner with insurance companies that are starting to look around at fitness clubs that are ready for that. They have the certified nutrition coaches, they have the certified nutrition program with nutritionists and registered dietitians on board. They have everything in place that can support their people. So insurance companies are looking for that, so you want to make sure that you're getting prepared for that. And finally, I think it's really important to acknowledge that tribe mentality. So it started probably with CrossFit, and that's really important to acknowledge that one of the main reasons that people love the whole CrossFit vibe is they love the tribe mentality of that. They love the sense of community that it provides. And one thing that my husband Paul and I learned when we created our short-term program in our gyms is that it created a sense of community, and it developed these relationships for these people. 3 times a year, they came together as a group, maybe 150 people at one time, and they created this sense of community that never really left our facility. So tribe mentality is alive, and I think it's really preferred these days. For you, I want you to think about, as a business, what would it mean to offer a systematic and scalable approach to nutrition. So not just a supplement system, not just, one trainer in your location who knows how to talk about nutrition, but a scalable approach so that you can really build your business and everyone's speaking the same language within your facility. That would definitely provide you with new lead gen, because now it gives you a different opportunity to start marketing to people that's in addition to your fitness services. It also will improve your client retention, because when people are having their needs met, they're less likely to start looking elsewhere. And it also gives you a new profit center. It's a scalable program that can really meet the needs of many people at one time. So that provides a new profit center. So what I wanted to talk about at the beginning, but I decided to wait until a little bit later in the presentation because I don't want to get caught up in this, but I really want to explain to you, who we are and where we're coming from. And, I'm not naive enough to think that there aren't many different nutrition companies out there that are trying to get into the fitness industry, but I know that none of them have the background that Paul and I have. We started our nutrition program in our own facilities to service our own clientele and a need for what they were looking for. And that's what we became known for. And we've always been known for nutrition. But when we turned it into a scalable approach, it changed everything for us. And we grew up in our gym and we raised 4 children in our gyms. And it's just been a passion for us. And I personally have really always had a passion for it. I have lost 2 siblings out of 3 to obesity-related causes. And so my why is very strong. And through you, I get to continue to help people. So Balanced Habits was really kind of built out of a belief system that's really, really stronger than the business itself. So in this industry, it's all about relationships. And so we very much want to partner with people. And that's why we call the people that come and work with Balanced Habits our partners. We want to support them in their growth, and we want to grow and improve and help them, and as well as help their community. So we've been in this industry a long time. We get it. We understand what you're dealing with, and we want to support you in that. Oh, nuts. Here we go again, Rachel. Let me get rid of this. Can you see it again?
Yeah, you're back.
I'm not loving my Mac today. So I wanted to share some client success stories as we start wrapping this up. So before we had our 3rd location, and just our 2 locations alone, we hit $1 million from our short-term program alone. And so we said, Eureka, this program's working. And that's when we designed Balanced Habits, so that other fitness business owners that had a situation that they didn't know what they were going to do, they didn't know how to scale it, they were handwriting programs one at a time, and they weren't able to scale it. So that's why we created Balanced Habits, to support other fitness businesses the way that we had built Balanced Habits. So the first person I wanted to bring to your attention, if you are looking at Club Solutions magazine, probably about 6 or 7 months ago, was Jonathan Alusis. They did a story on him. And I chose 2 people, and I chose them intentionally. So Jonathan's fitness facility is in Los Angeles, California, which has a population of 10.17 million people. So there's tons of competition around Jonathan Alusis's gym, right? There's all sorts of options that people can go and start, getting support in other places. But somehow, because of having Balanced Habits and great fitness services, they've made over $110,000 in 18 months in just program entry fees alone. So it shows me that what they're doing is standing out in their community, even though they have a community of so many people. The second person I chose is Lisa, and she's from Prescott, Wisconsin, which only has a population of 5,000 people. And still in 6 months, she's brought in $45,000 in program entry fees alone. So this shows me again that no matter where we are, people need our help and they're looking for a solution. So I want to make sure that no matter what, after this presentation, you have something in place, and or at least you're starting to think about what you can do to help the people that are coming to you and asking for your guidance. So I put together some steps that you can take to really grow and think about what you can do to improve your services. So I want you to consider offering a trial offer, not just to your facility, but something that includes nutrition as well, to show people what's possible, because we all know that nutrition plays such a high role in people's success. Fitness only gets you so far. You also want to offer a short-term program to build that sense of community and that excitement and energy around your location. And then you want to make sure you have long-term programs, because people are looking for accountability, they're looking for support, they're looking for longer amounts of guidance, because there's so many obese people out there. Short-term programs can't get them to their goal. So you need to make sure you have both types of programs in place. I want to make sure that as a business you're filling a need, which is the weight loss market. So back to that 80% coming from from nutrition, and 20% coming from fitness for people's transformation. You want to make sure you're prepared for that. So filling a need within your community and within that weight loss market that is so prevalent. Providing an opportunity for transformations. This is huge. If you're just offering fitness, again, back to the 80-20 rule, we want to make sure that we're providing transformation opportunity. Preparing your club for insurance partnerships that are absolutely inevitable. So these are some great steps that you can take. So let's talk shortly about client retention. 95% of clients today are looking for a solution to weight loss. There's just no way to look at it differently. They're coming to us and they're almost desperate. They don't know where to go. The diet industry is failing them. They don't trust it any longer. So they're really coming to you and they're asking for a solution. So we want to make sure that your clients aren't seeking nutritional guidance anywhere else. They should be able to come to you and have all of their needs met. That will dramatically improve your client retention. For an added profit center, adding consistent additional revenue by offering a scalable nutrition solution that can at the same time be customized is huge, and Balanced Habits does that so well. So we really want to customize the program to the goal of the participant. You want to make sure you have more options to sell your customers. They're literally coming to you and they're saying, hey, tell me what to do. I will do it. If you tell me, I will do it. If you tell me to buy that, I will buy that. If you tell me to eat that, I will eat that. They trust you that much. So really, you want to make sure you have everything ready for them. You want to become the one-stop shop for both fitness and nutrition, right? Have everything that they're looking for and keep the customers that you have, that client retention, but you want to be able to add more. So you can't keep losing clients and gaining clients, losing clients and gaining clients. I want you to increase that client retention and build on what you have. So some action steps that we put together for you. I want to help you determine, or at least have you define, what your unique selling position is. So if I were to meet you in the elevator and I was going to ask you what you did, I'd like you to be able to have a really strong, unique selling position. Not like, oh, I own a gym or I run a gym. That's an open-ended thing. Or I have childcare and I have really beautiful equipment. Well, I could have that too down the street. So that's not unique. So being able to say, I own a gym and we offer the 100% solution, that's a whole different unique selling position, and very few fitness locations can say that. You should become known as the fitness and nutrition expert in your community, and having Balanced Habits support you in that is really great, because we have the nutritionist on our advisory board, we have the registered dietitian on our advisory board, and we train your staff to be the expert in your community. You have the fitness experts, now you need the nutrition experts. You want to become known as the transformation center. So no matter what, if people belong in another fitness facility, they can come to you for nutrition. That's huge. And no matter what, you will be the one that's responsible for their transformation, because you've changed them nutritionally, which is huge and really ultimately what we all struggle with the most. Opening an additional profit center within your existing facility. One of the things that we like to talk about is, have you maximized your square foot revenue potential? Have you figured out everything you can put within your four walls as profit centers before starting to look outside those four walls. So having as many profit centers as you can inside your existing facility is a huge opportunity for you. So that's really the end of my presentation. I really apologize for all of my Mac ineptness. I tend to work on my PC more often, as you could probably tell. So if you want to get the action plan checklist that we put together for you, this is the link to grab it. Maybe we can put that in the chat box for you as well. If you have any questions, I encourage you to ask them now. I'm going to let Rachel kind of take over from here, and I'll just be here to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you so much, Carolyn. We don't have any questions that have come through just yet. Is there anything else that you can think of, or maybe some commonly, asked questions that you get when people are implementing the Balanced Habits program within their gym?
I think a lot of people tend to ask us what our nutrition philosophy is, and so I'll explain what that is and how we can customize it. So what we are is we're a macronutrient based, so we just deal with balance. We teach people how to eat proper portions of all the food groups that they're interested in. So whether they want to eat paleo, whether they want to eat gluten-free, whether they're vegan, vegetarian, it wouldn't matter, because when you're dealing with macronutrients, we can customize the program to be specific to the individual, no matter what their needs are or requests. So that's really a great opportunity for you, because if you only offer one type of nutrition, it kind of pigeonholes you. And we understand that that's really, not the way to go. We know that we have to have a broad and open mind so that we can work with everyone.
Okay, awesome. Well, we don't have any questions. Oh, here we go. One just came through. Kathy's wondering, what is the biggest challenge in starting the program?
Probably just having your team on board, making sure that everyone in your facility is really open to learning one way of nutrition and, one philosophy that they can support. And that sounds like I'm kind of, going back on what I just said. But I think what I learned in my own facilities, Kathy, is that when you have several trainers working in your gyms or, employees, and they're all kind of doing their own thing and they're sharing their own thing with their clients, that's not giving your location a voice. That's not really making your location known for anything in particular. So making sure that all of your staff is on board with what you're doing in-services, so everyone understands that we're doing Balanced Habits now. This is how we're going to speak. This is the way that we're going to go forward. And if anyone has a problem with that, let's talk about it now. So I would say that would be the only, obstacle to overcome, so that everyone's supporting you as the business owner in the choices that you're making to grow and develop your business.
Perfect. Well, that was the last question that we had. Thanks again, Carolyn. And if anyone has any questions, I'm sure you wouldn't mind if they reach out to you.
No, that'd be great. Thank you so much. Just Carolyn@balancedhabits.com.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks again, Carolyn, and thanks everyone for making it out today. Everyone, have a great rest of the week.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.